My child factory happened.
Ew, don't say that.
No, I'm letting my nieces and nephews make little thingies. Baby niece, look what she made. She's like 4. I was like, hey, we have to talk about quality. Isn't it weird? Because you're how old?
25.
25. You've got so it's, for those of you who don't know, I turned freaking 30 in a month, and I'm gonna age out of this job, and no one's gonna watch me because I'm old.
They're not gonna know.
Have 5 years before you even have to stress about that.
That's not a thing. Nobody knows how old you are. No, nobody cares. They don't care.
They do care.
They don't. I don't think you need to worry about that.
I've got to hang up my hat. You don't even have to worry about it yet. You started so young. You gave up your youth.
It's true. I've sacrificed everything.
I think this job has aged me. Like, I think it's made me look older.
Same, for sure. Is what it is.
I got Pokimane recommended me her dermatologist, and she's beautiful and has perfect skin. So I'm hoping I will go and I will be beautiful and I'll have perfect skin.
Perfect. Excellent. I love that for you.
They're like one of those dermatologists that don't even take insurance because they're just like, you want to be beautiful?
Imagine being poor.
Imagine
not being able to pay out of pocket. Oh no.
That's insane. I know. So I haven't even figured out the prices, but I did call them and I learned that, and I was like, all that work for insurance for nothing?
Yeah, that sucks.
So I probably won't go, but maybe. Who knows?
Okay. Well, welcome to Wine About It, everybody.
Welcome to Wine About It.
How's it going?
Good. I'm actually I'm back to the level of dissociated I was like end of last summer. I'm pretty bad right now, if we're gonna be honest and frank and open about our lives. But you know, cowgirls make do, so I'm just gonna be high functioning and not remember anything.
Make do. I love that for you. I'm happy for you. Dude,
thank you.
Our lighting looks so different. I feel like I look here. Maybe that's a little better. No, it looks the same. Anyway.
Well, I have really good lighting now too. I switched rooms. I'm in a new room.
Yeah.
Welcome to my new room.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Now my light bounces off a wall. Before it was just going into the void. My desk was kind of in the middle of the room in the room I was in, but now it's my light's bouncing off a wall and it's making me look fresh and fit.
Hooray!
Like a hot dog.
I have big news that you already know, that they might not know, that they probably already know. We acquired wolf dogs at Alveus.
Give them back. Give them back. Give them back to the abusive home.
No.
Give them back.
We acquired 2 wolf dogs. We rescued 2 wolf dogs from a facility that's received a bunch of USDA violations over the years because they've been in violation of the Animal Welfare Act. And so we got these 2 wolf dogs. Their names are Ala and Timber. They're cute and fun and fresh, and they're doing really well. I'm stoked. They're in their brand new enclosure. It's sick. They're eating beef meatballs.
What is a wolf dog?
It's a hybrid wolf and a dog. Probably 70-80% wolf, and then the rest is dog.
Are they still dangerous?
Yeah. Yeah. They're definitely like more of a threat to humans than a dog would be, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So we're all protected contact in there. We're not going in with them. We're not like petting them and
but maybe they wouldn't be dangerous if they just got some belly rubs.
Dude, isn't it Hassan that says that? He's like, I think I could vibe with a bear. Isn't that his thing?
Yeah, he was like, if I got approached by a bear, he's at Lake Tahoe. Hassan goes out there. He's going on a hike by himself. He ain't got no friends. He's a lonely ass bitch, and he's gone his hike in Lake Tahoe, and a bear comes out, and it's like, he thinks he can just be like, bro.
I had this conversation with him, and I mean, you would not be surprised. I think it's pretty stupid. Pretty dumb. Well, he dies 100%.
He can't even vibe with his own chat. Like, he thinks he can vibe with a bear? Like,
yeah, he could not take a bear.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Anyway, that's the most exciting part of my week.
But maybe
we rescued 2 wolf dogs.
He could take his shirt off and they'll think he's a bear.
Maybe.
And they'll be like, brother.
Probably not.
You don't think so? Bears are smarter than that?
No, I think, yeah, no. What was the most exciting part of your week?
Well, I did Disney week with my family.
Yeah. Are you Disneyed out?
I don't know. I'm so dissociated. Like, I genuinely, hey, Wine About It listeners, buckle up for me being very out of it this episode. I don't remember shit. I don't remember a thing. I'm back to that. That's how bad I am right now. I can't remember. I don't have capacity for feeling. I've got nothing. I'm so detached. It's actually insane. What happened was, and now I'm trauma dumping for that. I'm not trying to trauma dump, is my mother's wedding ring went missing. And then I had very intense feelings for approximately 48 hours. I was kind of feeling grief again because I never fully felt grief because I dissociated. And so I was feeling grief again because there's all those feelings, and I was losing the only thing I have from my fucking mother that it's just like, we think someone stole it. Anyway, it's a whole thing. And then I didn't have time to actually, which was good. It was good I was feeling those feelings because usually I don't feel feelings. And so even though I felt sad, I kind of was like trying to pause in that and feel grateful that I felt sad. Because it's like, hey, at least I'm feeling these things. But then 2 days later, I had Master Baker. So then I couldn't. So I just had to consciously choose to turn that off. Mm-hmm. And then I did. So I consciously chose to dissociate. And then I just had to live in that. And then right after that, my family just came for Disney week. And that's really stressful. So I haven't had time to like breathe or ground myself or anything. And I've just been, it's been really sad because when you were here one time for the Eras tour, we went to Disneyland. We went to Disneyland and with some of my friends from back home. And I remember distinctly crying because we had like this whole conversation where I was just having a mental breakdown and I was crying and I was like, I'm really sad because I'm not going to remember any of this. Mm-hmm. And that conversation is all I remember. I know we went to Disneyland. I remember nothing from it.
You remember the Cars ride? Yeah, you do.
I don't. I remember I only know because we have a picture from it.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Maybe taking pictures would help you a lot because that's how I remember most things as well. That's why I remember the Cars thing. Like, I don't remember much of the rest of it.
I forgot until I was doing like my 2024 like photo dump and I was like, oh my gosh, we went to Disneyland. I didn't even remember going to Disneyland. Mm-hmm. And I knew that was going to happen. Like, so that's the weird thing about dissociation is I know it's happening, but I have no control of it. And so there was like this day walking into Disney where I texted Ludwig and I was like, this sucks because I know I'm walking in, but I'm also just watching myself walk in. Like I'm so detached from me and it really fucking sucks. And I'm not going to remember any of this. And so then I filmed a lot at Disney with my family and I was going to like ask my editor to edit it and like give it to my family as a cute little family vlog as a way to remember it. Cause I remember none of it. And it was last week.
We should probably the swearing. I don't care at all. But you said that you don't want to swear, and you've sworn like 4 times. But I didn't want to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
I forgot. I'm so sorry, Fusion. Ooh, from here on out.
Sorry. Okay.
Anyway, but all of that to say, I don't remember anything. So big bummer. Bummer summer right over here. So sorry.
So Disney week, you were there how many days in a row?
5.
5 days, like all day.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? This is how bad, like, I'm going to keep saying my dissociation is bad. So, sorry. Start taking shots whenever I talk about it.
Ooh. Okay.
I kept forgetting where I parked. Like, bad, to the point that it took me and Ludwig, like, 30 minutes to 40 minutes to find my car one time. And then literally the next day, I did it again.
That sucks.
Even after Ludwig like told me like text me when you get there. It's like it's like the worst. Oh my gosh, it's the worst. It's just like you have like dementia or like short-term memory for like, but you're aware. And so it's just like, it's so messed up. But anyway, hopefully I'll come back to normal soon. But yeah, 5 days with a bunch of kids. They're very sweet. Dude, my brother has a 2-year-old.
Not to be a hater, I'm sure your family's great, but I would die. There's no world. Huh?
I said they are pretty great.
Yeah. I couldn't do it. Dude, I would never want to go to Disneyland again. Are your legs cute. Like sore? Oh my god.
It's probably the same amount of steps you do every day.
I literally call it, haven't you heard me say this? I literally call it Disney legs. When I do too much walking, my legs start getting tired. I could not do Disney legs 5 days in a row at Disneyland.
Pull up your health app. Let's see.
Oh. It's probably nothing.
What do you mean? You walk
what
all
even
the time.
is that?
It has your
What is
steps.
a health app?
What?
Health.
It tracks your steps. Today I've only walked 2,000 steps. That's so bad.
5,500 steps.
Today?
Yeah.
Way to go, camper.
We walked an average of 7,600 steps over the last 7 days.
That's so good.
Hooray! Steps.
Yeah,
Walking
my
in.
steps are not good. I average 2,000 a day, but Disney week I did average 10,000 a day, which is good, but that's only minimum, really.
That's impressive.
Because
it's impressive.
now that my family, it's funny because they've got we kind of just hang out there. I noticed there's no rush, there's no run around because all the kids are older, and so they they just want to ride Guardians 20 times.
Mm-hmm.
But my one niece, she's 2, and she has the wherewithal to care about characters now. So I loved hanging out with her. It was so cute.
That's cute.
It was so cute.
She's like,
dude.
oh my god, it's him. Oh my god, it's her.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
so
And she's not annoying yet. Sorry to my other nieces and nephews. You guys are annoying. She's not annoying, and she doesn't ask for things, right? 'Cause she's 2.
Yeah.
So she's not can I have this? Can I have that? Can I have? So then we go into a store, and I walk over to her, and I'm like, do you want this? And it's this big Disney castle toy, and she's like, yeah, because she's 2, and she's not going to say no.
That's cute.
So yeah, I spoiled her a little bit, but
Cute.
so cute. Yeah.
I mean, that's
He's
fun. At
cute.
least you love Disney.
Oh, wait, can you stall?
Yeah.
I'm going to go grab things. My child factory happened.
Ew, don't say that.
No, my kids, they worked. 1 second.
Okay.
Let me go get the stuff.
All right, great. In our plans for today, we're going to talk about the Met Gala, which I need to maybe come in prepared knowing what that is more, because I don't actually know what it is besides crazy fashion. And I think it's for charity, but I don't know what charities. And then we need to talk about the Kendrick Lamar Drake beef. For real, because I know nothing, and Cutie's been live tweeting it. And I asked her, I was like, should I listen to these so we can have a conversation, or do you want to teach me about what's going on? And she said to not listen. So I know nothing about what's going on, and I can't even scroll through Twitter because everyone's telling me what's going on. So
What'd you talk about?
I said we were going to talk about the Met Gala and Kendrick and Drake.
Yeah, we are. So I've talked about this before, and also some people took it really seriously, and they're like, Cutie, that is child labor. Get over yourself. Grow up. I'm letting my nieces and nephews make little thingies.
It's pretty good.
Cute, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
So you pay them
issue
for
is-
these.
Yeah, so I pay them. I'm just a cool aunt, okay?
And you
I
pay
also
them
have a child factory.
top dollar, might I add.
Well, this one, what would you pay for this?
What would I pay for that?
Yeah.
Like 75 cents max. Right.
Yeah, they would not enjoy working for you.
Oh, I'm sure they would not.
Well, one of them's saving up for an iPad, so she made about 70.
How much are they?
This is my bag. Okay, one of them made this, which was excessive. I don't need that, but whatever. Because they like Taylor Swift. It's
You're getting scammed, dude.
I know there's.
You need to put a cap on this supply.
I'm getting real scammed. Look at my freaking my little baby niece. Look what she made.
Audio listeners, it's hideous.
She's like 4. I was like, hey, we have to talk about quality.
Okay, it is. I mean, it's pretty solid actually. For a 4-year-old, like it's very symmetrical.
Okay, she's 7.
Oh, okay.
I of them are cool. But anyway, they want to save up for an iPad, and I don't have any kids to fund, and so then I let them. But it's $5. Well, this one's $4. This one's $4. This
chill.
is $5. That's $5.
Okay.
But I ended up being out $500 all in all with all these kids because they all showed up. I'm not kidding you. They showed up. It was like a barter system. It was crazy. I walked in their hotel room. They had it all spread out like a shop, like each child did. And they were like I was like, okay, $5 for the big ones, the big licensed ones, and then $4 for the big non-licensed ones, because this is Pokemon. This is just a fox. And then my little niece is like, how about $7? And I was like, no, this is not supply and demand. You're not getting $7 offer anywhere else. What are you talking about?
$500.
But this was like $3. Look, because it's small.
Yeah, and it's ugly.
Okay. Well, no, so there are some ugly ones. I'll tell you what. The ugly ones. What am I supposed to do? It's $1. That was $1.
Okay, that's fine. So what are they gonna do with this money? They're gonna buy an iPad.
This is ugly as hell. Oh, sorry, it's Fusion. It's ugly. But there's only one that I rejected. I said I will not take that. It was so bad. One of them wants to buy an iPad. One of them I don't even know what this is.
What did you reject? And how did you reject it?
Well, it was my 9-year-old niece. She did the most. She did like 50 out of the 70. She's the one trying to get the iPad. And it was just like, it was this weird like dog that she made without a pattern, kind of like how she made the snake without a pattern. It was like weird and like had a leg sticking out of its back and stuff. And I was like, Ashley, I know you can do better.
Wow.
It's very funny. I'm not kidding you. I go from shop to shop because they set up their little shop, and then I treat them like I'm from Shark Tank. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, sell me. And they're like, well, I think these should be worth $5. And I'm like, pfft. And I start dividing them, and I'm like, these are your $4. These are $5. This I can't take this. Yeah. So it gets very cool. But the cool thing is I don't need these. And so then I throw a magnet on them and I ship them out to our tier 3s for free. It's a cute little present.
Sick.
Right. So you might get this on your fridge.
It is technically child labor, but they are getting paid up the wazoo for it.
But it's like
no reason.
Cool and fun. And I can't actually get in trouble, right?
No. No.
Look, this one's gay. They made a gay butterfly.
That one's cute. I like it.
Yeah. This one I decided though, because it's ugly and stupid, I'm gonna paint a little spider on it and bejewel it, and then it'll be like a cool little bejeweled spider on a web, and then you can put it on a. Anyway.
I love that.
So you could end up getting a really cool Kirby, or you could get the snake.
Fun and fresh, guys.
Yeah.
There you go. Tier 3s on our Patreon.
Tier 3s coming soon.
Congratulations on your new
random,
acquisitions.
We have like 500 tier 3s, and I have like 100 of these. So who knows? It's just for fun. It's not like a perk that comes with it. It's just a fun little surprise. But yeah,
just for fun.
It is funny though. It is really funny that the first thing I get there, I walk into their hotel and each of them has their shop set up for me, and I'm like, okay.
They're entrepreneurs, dude. I couldn't do it.
My brother's like sitting behind my niece, and he's like, nah, those are worth $8. And I'm like, buy them then. Buy them.
That's
he's
crazy.
Like, oh. And then my sister is sitting behind her kid, and she's just like, whatever Auntie Blair says, just take it. Like whatever, like whatever. It's just like,
I could not. I would feel so bad if they made more than like 5. And I knew that you were entrapped into purchasing them.
Oh, yeah, I was entrapped for sure.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, I spent loads of money. But you know what? It makes them excited and happy. And
yeah, no, it's really good for them. That's like a core memory thing. That's cool.
Yeah. Your aunt selling stuff to your aunt.
Yeah.
Just wait till they get older and I can buy weed from them. That'll be awesome.
So, what do you want to do? You want to talk about the Met Gala first?
Yes.
Okay.
Talk about the Met Gala.
What is it? Is my first question.
You weren't gonna know. I knew it.
Why?
I knew it. You don't know anything about pop culture. It's the biggest difference between you and I.
I said this before, we should do a pop culture quiz sometime. And you'll see how much I know. I actually know a lot.
What do you think a pop culture quiz would be in? Like what
I can name actors and what they've done and what they do in their lives for fun.
I don't think you could.
I think I would be really good at it.
What does Taylor Swift do for fun?
She goes to dinner with what is her name? Freaking Gossip Girl. Blake Lively.
Blake Lively.
Yeah, she goes to dinner with Blake Lively.
Her notorious hobby is baking. She's like known for.
She makes chai lavender shortbread cookies, something like that. It's something
Really
like admit it's
close,
something
though.
like that.
Chai sugar cookies. But
Chai.
yeah.
Okay, great.
And cinnamon rolls. She's very.
Yeah, and
like,
she pets her
famous
cats. One of them is named Meredith.
Okay, you know what? You're actually in.
Thank you.
You do know
So-
everything about pop culture.
The Met
so tell me
Gala.
what. I'll ask you. What's the Met Gala? You tell me.
It's a red carpet event
Mhm.
where celebrities are invited to dress up and show up and walk the
Mhm.
red carpet and show their looks and get interviewed, and then they leave. And sponsors
Wow.
of the Met Gala donate to charity.
What charity?
St. Jude's.
No.
What charity?
Okay, so it is for the action. It's the costuming. What is it? I'm gonna get the word wrong, but it's essentially this. Okay, so this all started in like the 20s. It was like 1920s ish, and I might listen. This is a podcast where we spread misinformation, so bear with me here. This is loosey goosey. I didn't study before this. This is just what I know. Oh, my cat is so cute. Sorry. So 1920s, there was like two broads. There was one lady who like loved collecting costumes. So you know, you got Shakespeare, and then she'd like, ooh, that's a cute costume, and she'd collect it. And then it was like at her house, and she collected all these costumes. And then her other homegirl came in, and she was like, we should like make a museum for this, and like we should like conserve these costumes. And it's, you know, and then they're like, crap. In order to do that, we need to raise a bunch of money so we can have like a museum for costumes and art and fashion. And then they were like, well, how are we going to raise this money? And then they're like, well, we're going to throw a gala. And their first gala, they had to raise $250,000, which is equivalent to like 2 million in the 20s.
It's
It was
a
like 20s, 30s.
fundraiser for a costume museum?
Yeah, but it's more
That's
than
the
that.
charity?
Stop. It's
I
more
thought
than
it was
that.
for charity.
It is. It's charity for like, it's like an art museum. It's like art.
Okay.
It's not just costumes. It's like fashion and art and like the art of design and all that stuff.
Okay.
She hates it. You hate it?
It's fine. I thought it was a charity gala. Like I thought it was for charity. I
it's
thought
still
it was
for
something.
charity. Art is charity.
Okay.
No?
I could go for other charities, but it's fine. I'm listening.
I mean, obviously, like I would prefer to save the whales, but also like
I'm in there. Art is important.
art
yeah,
is
it's
important.
cool.
And fashion art is very unique, and it's a unique form of art. And it's crazy that they have such a big niche because, like, yeah, it's fashion. There's not like, you know, like that's kind of a crazy thing to have carved out. Like there's, you know, anyway. And so it slowly becomes this thing. And the first gala was nothing like it is now. It was just kind of like a party, and it was kind of known as like the it party of the year. And they ended up raising like $350,000, so they're able to get like sanctioned in the museum and be a part of like the Metropolitan by doing the first gala. The two ladies.
But are people paying to attend the gala? Like how are they making the money? Okay.
Yeah, people are paying to attend, and then like fast forward, the party becomes a little dull and nobody likes it, and they hire other people, and those ladies die obviously, and years and years and years go by, and gosh, I cannot remember her name. The lady before Anna Wintour that did it, she was really good. But like Oscar de la Renta, which is one of my favorite designers, he came in and helped a ton. Like it's been a whole process, but eventually it became this thing that it was just like, it was the it party to get invited to. And it's had its lulls. It's been bad and it's been good, but all that money funnels to protect these clothes. Like, essentially a good example is like a bit of controversy actually is one year. Let me check what year.
Marilyn Monroe's dress.
Yes, it was 2022. And I'll send images because I think it'd be cool for people that know nothing about this to.
Kim Kardashian wore Marilyn Monroe's dress to the Met Gala.
Yeah. And that dress specifically is like a dress that has to be, you know, packaged and taken care of and maintained with a certain temperature and whatever, because fabric eventually falls apart. Fabric disintegrates. Same as like Judy Garland's dress from Wizard of Oz. Like the Fashion Institute that like this raises money for conserves a lot of that like iconic fashion, as well as like just like a lot of designs. And it's very interesting. If you're into fashion, this is like the Mecca. It's very cool. But yeah, so that was a big controversy, is that, you know, they lent Kim Kardashian this dress. She wore the dress. It was clearly it wasn't made for her body. It was quite literally made for Marilyn Monroe's body. And she wears it, and it's kind of stupid because that dress was one of a kind. It was like made to kind of allude to make Marilyn Monroe look naked, right? It was supposed to be like a sheer looking dress, but then Kim Kardashian shows up wearing a bright orange spray tan, and it's like there's no point in wearing the famous nude dress when you don't even look nude in it, because you're wearing the spray tan that doesn't match the skin color.
Like the dress.
It is iconic on Marilyn Monroe. Let me find it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it on her. And that's like, I've seen a lot of people be super mad about that online.
Yeah,
that Kim wore
really
it, which is like valid. I don't know who's allowed to wear stuff like that and why, but I can see why people would be upset about Kim wearing it, I suppose.
Oh God, it was so gorgeous on Marilyn Monroe. It was just like trying to find it. And it's not the first time. I believe Kim has worn some of Marilyn's dresses otherwise. But it's just like when Marilyn is so iconic for being a sex symbol, and it feels like Kim Kardashian is just kind of like forcing herself to be one. It's like, chill.
Yeah, same dress.
Yeah.
Cool. So it's to fundraise for a museum to preserve clothes, but the people that are going to the gala are ruining the clothes that they're preserving.
Well, not all the time. Usually what happens is it's like, oh, that's the dress. Oh, I forgot to include this. Sorry, my brain's going to be a little over the place today. But it's the dress that dress that Kim Kardashian is wearing is the dress that Marilyn Monroe wore when she sung Happy Birthday to JFK. Happy birthday to you. Like the whole like, Mr. President, you know, and everyone knew that they were sleeping together, and Jackie O just had to sit there and suffer. Like, that's awful, but that's what happened.
I don't know the drama there.
There's lots of drama there.
Okay.
But yeah, so
wait, why was she even there? What was Marilyn she an actress? Monroe? Yeah, what did she do?
Yeah, Marilyn Monroe was an actress.
She was very at his birthday.
Famous actress. She was invited to come sing to him. It was like it was an honor. It was a big birthday that was like at Madison Square Garden. It was his 45th birthday. It was a big deal. It was like televised, and and she went up there in her sexy dress and sang. And then Kim Kardashian, like, she just put the camp in it, and there's no reason to do that. Anyway.
So next question. I know I've seen pictures of the Met. I know there's a red carpet. I know there's stairs, and I know there's like some random interviews. What is the event? Is that it?
No. So the event is essentially after that part. Once they get inside, it's just a gala. It's a dinner. It's, you know, a party. It is the hottest ticket in town. Essentially, if you get invited to the Met Gala, you've made it. How it works now. So back then you used to buy tickets. But Anna Wintour, when she took over, she came up with this genius plan of having sponsored tables. And if you're a designer and you want your name out there, you're going to buy a freaking table. So, you know, Chanel's going to buy a table. And what Chanel's going to do with their table is Chanel is going to invite Margot Robbie, and they want Margot Robbie to show up in the Chanel design.
Chanel invites Margot Robbie?
Yes.
Sponsors invite.
Yes. Designers invite their muses, essentially.
I see.
But every single invite has to be approved by Anna Wintour.
Sheesh.
Yeah, she is like that lady. And we could go into a whole pipeline of Anna Wintour drama.
Is she the one that looks like Edna Mode?
She is a boss ass. Sorry, Fusion. She's just that. She is that. She's that lady. Yeah. She wears sunglasses. She's just
that
like
one.
Sick.
Short hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is she nice?
No.
Okay.
No, like Devil Wears Prada was like She was like the inspo for. You never saw that?
No.
Oh, come on. You want to do a pop culture quiz?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Devil Wears Prada is a movie. Is that the one with Anne Hathaway? Is she in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's it about? Tell the family.
A fashion intern who goes to the big city, even though she's from a small town, as an intern, and then Anna Wintour is like, "Oh my God, you have it. You are my muse," and then she becomes a fashion icon.
What? Sorry, I
like
thought I heard
Cinderella.
One. What happens to her boyfriend?
Dies.
Yeah. No, you got it. You nailed it.
Tragically,
For
in
sure.
a car accident.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
It was really sad, but it's what
There's no
inspired
need.
her art.
Yeah,
It was actually
there's no need to watch
a
it.
light.
That's awesome that you knew that. But it's really cool because every year at the Met Gala there's a theme, and so these designers can
Wait.
decide some. What?
Can you tell me a theme from a previous year, and I'll guess this year's theme?
Yes, I can do that. A really famous year's theme was "In America, a lexicon of fashion."
What does that even mean? A what of fashion? A what?
A lexicon.
I don't know that word. Is that real?
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. You're uneducated.
A lexicon?
Lexicon.
Lexicon?
Yes.
The vocabulary? America, a lexicon of fashion?
Yeah.
So the theme's America. American fashion?
Essentially, but in a very artsy way.
Okay, this year, based on every look that I've seen so far, which is like
Yes.
4, I think that the theme is about flowers or plants.
Okay. What would you
Because-
call it if you're being artsy?
Garden of Eden. Wait, that's religious. Garden rose.
No. So
What is
close.
it?
A garden of time.
Oh my God, I was so close. That's crazy.
Yeah. And
Okay.
people get really confused. I've seen a lot of confusion about the Met Gala. I actually never got into the Met Gala until I had this fabulous gay coworker who would like educate me on like the drum and the design work. Like, oh my gosh, when the royal wedding, I believe it was Meghan Markle. No, it was Kate Middleton's. I don't remember whose. It was either Kate or Meghan Markle's. The royal wedding, it was like his Super Bowl. Like it was so amazing being with him. He was like 50 years old. He was a drag queen on the weekends, and he just like loved fashion. I mean, he was an interior designer, and oh my gosh, he's the one that got me into the Met Gala. He's the one that got me into the royal family, arguably. Like just like the lore and the fashion and all that stuff. The design work on it is like actually freaking amazing. It's crazy. And some of the outfits are like really, really cool. Regardless of if you like what it represents and all that stuff, it's a really cool expression of art. It just sucks that it's like so pay to win. Like you just have to be you have to spend $750,000 to buy a table. Like,
Sure.
yeah, like,
Okay.
yeah, that's crazy, you know, but, I don't even know if that's the price, but I've heard that number before. So there's the Met Gala, which the theme, and it wasn't really seen as like a costume party. There were a few moments that stood out where people would show up really dressed to the theme, but until Anna Wintour took over and she kind of nudged people. She was like, hey, do the thing, like showed up to the theme. And then more and more people, you know, those are the outfits that got talked about. So then the designers really stepped it up and they would try to have the outfit that everyone talks about. Right.
Okay.
So, and those are the ones that are going to be to the theme. All of this was to say, crap, my brain. Oh, the theme of the night was a garden in time. Right. But then the expose that opens. So every year the party launches the expose that opens at the Metropolitan Museum, right? At the Met.
What is it?
It is like I believe it's Sleeping Beauty this year.
Like a room?
Like a section of like the museum where you go and visit and see like the display. So that's the whole
Have
point.
You been
of,
to
like,
where's the museum?
It's in New York. It's the Met.
Oh. The Met.
Metropolitan Museum. Yeah, it's famous. It's the most famous museum in New York.
How big is it?
Besides like probably like the M&M Museum. It's big. The Met is big.
2.2 million square feet.
It's big.
2.2 million square feet? No shot. There's no way that it's 2.2 million square feet. I can't think of anything that's 2.2 million square. I just Googled it. It says it on their website.
I believe them. But every wing has different things. So like, you know, one area will, right now it looks like they have the Harlem Renaissance. Another part has the hidden faces of the Renaissance. Another part has, you know.
Where does it fit in New York?
It's so big.
I think it's the White House is 55,000 square feet. This is 2.2 million square feet.
I don't know where you're getting 2.2 million.
It's literally on the Met's website, metmuseum.org.
Well, I believe them. Yeah, it's big.
I think it's so funny that something this large exists and I had no idea.
Yeah, it is weird that you didn't know the Met existed. It's like such a big art museum.
I don't really go to museums. Wow.
Expose is the wrong word. What's it called when like a pop-up? What's it called?
Like a new wing? Like a
collection?
New, exhibit?
Exhibit. Yes. Yeah. So the Art and Costume Institute has an exhibit there that you can go see, right? And so every year that, well, no, I don't know if it's every year. I believe it's everywhere. I could be spreading misinformation. Every year that theme of that exhibit changes. So you can go to that exhibit and you can see like a bunch of stuff, you know?
I see.
Yeah.
Wow, this place is huge. Wow, we should go.
I would love to. I've always wanted to go. No.
You've never gone?
I don't get on airplanes.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well, we're not going to go.
Well, maybe someday.
Yeah, maybe someday. Okay, I'm done looking at pictures of the Met.
It's Sleeping Beauty's reawakening of fashion.
Okay.
So even though the dress code of the night is the Garden of Time, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's what's going to be at the exhibit. The exhibit's going to be something else. So just because the outfits they wear don't end up in the exhibit. Sometimes they do, but not always. The exhibit's its own thing. Anna Wintour, of course.
Who is she? What does she do? What does she run? What's her company?
She is the chief editor of Vogue.
Vogue.
She is like fashion.
So
like
Vogue runs the world.
Lady. Vogue.
Anna Wintour is responsible for a 2.2 million square foot building.
No. The Met is different.
What? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Okay.
The Met Gala is not at the Met?
No.
Where is it?
No. Okay.
Why? They have so much space.
Okay. It might. I don't know where the Met Gala is located. It might be at the Met. I don't know off the top of my head where it's located. But the Met is its own museum.
No, it is at the Met.
Okay. That's fine then. Okay, it's at the Met. But that's its own museum. But the Arts Costume Institute is just like a subsect. So she doesn't run the Met. She runs the art. And she doesn't necessarily run it. She just is in charge of the gala.
So the Met is not
she might not have
a fashion museum. They have
correct.
Other things.
It's an art museum. It's majority an art museum.
I see.
Majority is an art museum.
And do the funds from the Met Gala go to the whole museum or just the fashion part?
Just the fashion part.
God, they must. How many employees do they have? Good
I don't
Lord.
know.
What does it take to run that place?
But also, like, Anna Wintour's salary is probably like freaking $1 million just for, like, you know, a nonprofit, you know?
I guess.
I actually don't know. I don't know if the Costume Institute is a nonprofit. I don't know how they're licensed, but like Anna Wintour definitely gets a salary from them. And I don't know if she works for Vogue anymore off the top of my head.
Okay. So you want to look at
complicated thing.
You want to look at some of the looks?
Yeah. But all of this to say though, some people show up in theme, which is Garden of Time.
Wait, imagine not showing up in theme. Why wouldn't you do that?
Some people don't. Like that was you'll see when we look at some of these looks, there was a big problem last night is a lot of the men just showed up in suits and it's like, you annoying.
Why would they do that?
Because they're annoying. Or because the sponsor, the designer that like dressed them didn't care.
Why would they not care? Okay, whatever. All right.
It's a good question. And then sometimes I saw a few people lean into the Sleeping Beauty theme, which silly
you're not
because
supposed to do.
Yeah, because that's the theme of the. I keep wanting to say expose. That's the theme of the
exhibit.
Not the theme of the gala.
Is that because they want their look to go in the exhibit?
Maybe, potentially, who knows? But like the cool thing about the exhibits when they open is they're like, they're things from years ago, right? So Sleeping Beauty reawakening of fashion is probably about like essentially the Renaissance in fashion, and like how it's changed over the years or something like that. Like who knows? It could be a romanticization of fashion. Who knows what it'll be? But it's always high. It's design. It's not wearable fashion, right? It's couture. It's like it's looking at a dress for the sake of being like, wow, that is a piece of art. That's not just a dress.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of these outfits, the ones that stand out at the Met Gala, are the ones that are works of art put on someone's body. And that's what I hear sometimes that annoys me is people will talk about the Met Gala and they'll be like, that's so unrealistic. She's wearing a freaking taco on her head. And it's like, she's wearing art. That's the point. You're not wearing this to brunch. They made art.
Okay, so can I see the best and the worst? I know that's incredibly subjective, but from your point of view, I would like to see the best one and the worst one.
Do you want to go through it? Okay, I'll just send. They'll probably be on the list, but let me see. This is resounding one of the best outfits.
Is it the one that makes her look like a plant pot? Yes.
I don't know. Okay.
You know, like a concrete plant pot. Potted plant.
Yeah.
She slays like nobody's business in this. I'm gonna be honest. How did they get did they have to paint this on her? Is this a piece of clothing, or did they have to layer her in concrete?
So this is Tyla.
Who's that?
She's a musician. She won, I believe she won a Grammy this year for like new artist. I could be wrong, but she was at least nominated. But anyway,
she's on theme.
Yeah, get it, sand.
Yay. Good job. Garden of Time. Look at her little purse. Oh my god, cute. Okay. I get it.
Maya's in. So her bodice is essentially made of like plaster. It's like shaped to her body, but like obviously this probably isn't her body. I mean, who knows if she has like, you know, the ab shape and all that. It's very manicured, obviously, but they shape it and they build up the parts they want to build up, and it's like molded to fit just her, and then it's covered in sand. Like I saw videos of them like literally like glue and sand and building this thing up, and then the bottom is a fabric of some kind that they extend off of that.
So is she just like leaving sand everywhere?
Probably.
That's so funny. Is she able to walk?
No. So there's like photos of people like lifting her up like a Barbie doll and just like
she can't like walk at all?
She can't, not well. Yeah, because it's all like, it looks like flowy fabric, but it's stiff.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So there's like photos of people just like bloop, bloop, hopping her down. But then at the end of her walking the red carpet, actually, and this offended some people, but again, like it, you know, it had its moment. It was the art, it was created, but for her, in order to have her function for the night, they went and they cut off the bottom so she could walk.
Why would that offend people?
Because it's like destroying something that was made, that was beautiful, right?
I mean, I assume the designer was like, yeah, let's cut it off. It's not like she was like, get this off of me. I mean,
the
maybe she
designer
did do that. I don't know.
No, the designer definitely definitely chose. But it was a Balmain dress. So this is like, that was the designer was Balmain. I don't know if it's Balmain or Balmain. But then the stylist was like Katie, I don't know how to say her last name. It's Quain, which is funny because it's a stylist that has done a lot of stuff that I follow on Instagram. But
carrying her up the stairs is so funny. Okay.
the stylist is one that like decided to put like the sand on her arm and like
Very pretty.
the little bag, and on her nails, on each of her nails is like a little dripping diamond shaped thing, and like the wet hair look. And yeah, so that was probably the best look of the night, and that's the one that like everyone's been talking about.
That's huge. Good for her. I'm happy for her.
Oh, it's so huge, especially like with her level of celebrity. Like that's really, really,
yeah, that's sick.
Really,
because I don't know who this is. I bet I'm not gonna know who any of these people. No, I might. Let's see.
Okay. And then there is this group of people. Please.
Is this the worst?
K-pop stans, do not come for me. Yeah, this is what I would say is the worst.
Okay, I'm not gonna know who they are if they're K-pop.
Yeah. It is Stray Kids. Yeah.
It feels rude. Is that crazy? Like, it feels like working really hard on like a Halloween party. Like you decorate your whole house and you invite someone and they show up in like shorts and a t-shirt and they're like, hey, what's up?
If you had to guess their designer, who would you guess?
I don't know any designers. What? I know it?
Yeah.
Tommy Hilfiger? Really? Yeah. That's the only one I could think of. That's so funny.
Yes.
That is so funny.
That is how Tommy Hilfiger decided to
how
showcase
weird of
themselves at the Met Gala, right? I get it because it does look like Tommy Hilfiger clothing. So like they did that, which is it's an interesting conceptually when you think about it as like a marketing strategy, because you just put this massive K-pop group in Tommy Hilfiger clothes that could be bought. I mean, these are all custom pieces for sure, but like
you could wear them. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does. It feels like a slap in the face though. Like it's like I decorated my house for Halloween and you didn't even care to dress up. That's what it feels like.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. For sure.
Okay.
This is a noteworthy mention. This could have been in the top, and I'll show you this. And I know we'll have some time to scroll through and look at this stuff. But let me show you this one.
Okay, I have a lot of thoughts on this one.
Okay.
And so does Twitter.
Yes. What are your thoughts?
Audio listeners, this is Kim Kardashian. She's wearing like a really sparkly silver dress. It's a really beautiful dress. And I love the shawl situation. Gorgeous dress. I think it's gorgeous. But I've seen a lot on Twitter about people saying that she's like setting women back, that like they just like are constantly setting unrealistic beauty standards for women. I don't know. I mean, on one hand, I think like exaggerated silhouettes is high fashion. Like I think people do that, but also I think the exaggerated waist silhouette is really tired and has done a lot of damage to like a lot of girls for a very long time. So I don't know that like the whole point of this look being like, I have no waist is very 2024 of her, you know? Like, I don't know if that's like the focus of this year, you know, if it's got, but she looks great. It's just, I don't know. I feel like they didn't have to make that the center point, you know?
What's interesting, something that's like causing an interesting stir that's more political, which this is not a political podcast, so this is not political at all, actually. This is just bad. I don't know why I'm saying that. Whatever. John Galliano. John Galliano is the designer of that dress. And the interesting thing about him, and it's weird because a lot of people were in his clothes last night, is back in like 2011, he was fired from Dior because he was like in Paris and he was at this bar and he was like being anti-Semitic and saying that he like loved Hitler.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's like,
and so like there's a few
known?
reasons that's kind of like, yes, that is known. He was like fired from Dior. Like he was a very talented designer and then fired from Dior, and it's kind of like,
she has literally every option on the planet for
yes,
as a designer.
Like, Kim Kardashian can work with anyone. And I understand like he's probably trying to make his comeback in the fashion industry, and what a way to do that. Like, look at this outfit. But like, Kim, what are you doing? Like, I don't know. It's just like, it's sad. Something that makes me sad about the Kardashians, and this is like such a typical take, is it's like you have so many options. You have so much power, and this is what you choose to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It's a tough one. I don't know. I mean, she had to get her audio listeners. It is so unrealistic. Like, it looks so painful. I cannot imagine.
It looks insane.
Getting her into this. It looks like she had to have gotten ribs removed to wear something like this.
There's videos of her like looking in it, and she looks so in pain. Like, she looks like she can barely breathe.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's, I don't know, it's a tough thing to say. It's exactly what you said. I think women that are so powerful and have so much influence could do something really positive with it. And I think, unfortunately, as beautiful as she looks and as beautiful as she may feel, I think that I get why people think that it's like setting back a little bit. Because I think people are going to look at this and be like, oh my God, my waist is never going to look that snatched. You know, like, my waist is never going to be that tiny, which is kind of sad. Because the whole, again, it's not because she's thin and looks great. It is like the point of this look is like insanely tiny waist. That is the whole.
It's like Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah.
Well, and I guess she was having some weird, which it's such a gorgeous, this is like what blows my mind is like, this is the Met Gala. This is like, yes, a lot of these dresses are literally designed to be worn once. Mm-hmm. Like it's true. And like some of the most iconic outfits have been like reworn from 50 years later. I think like Cher had a really famous outfit back in like the 80s that was reworn anyway. But such an iconic outfit. You think it's modeled for her body. And apparently there was a problem with the top. And that's why she grabbed that freaking Old Navy sweater and is hiding the top of this whole dress when it's like,
oh, I thought it was intentional. I kind of like it.
No, it's not intentional.
Huh.
Apparently there was like a malfunction of some kind up top. And then apparently there was also like, she's like said in an interview that like her lips were turning blue because she couldn't breathe. And it's like, why are we doing this?
Yeah, that's really sad.
It's just like, I don't know. It just kind of made me sad. But on the other hand, Kendall Jenner was wearing Alexander McQueen and she looked amazing.
Wow.
Pretty, huh? But this kind of looks more like Sleeping Beauty Awakening because it kind of looks very Maleficent-y.
It looks really comfy too.
Yeah, I mean,
as far as dresses go. Yeah, it's really pretty. It's audio listeners, I don't know how to describe it. You're gonna have to go find a picture. It's like sequiny and beautiful and has a really interesting silhouette and cool sleeves.
Yeah, it's cool.
Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, those are some of my favorite looks.
Can you pull up a random celebrity from the Met Gala and I will tell you who they are?
Yes. I
Somebody that. No, I'll let you pick one. We're gonna do this one time. And if I know who this person is, then I win the pop culture quiz.
Okay. I'm trying not to screw you over too much. Some of these are hard. Let's see. Oh. Okay. Some are too easy. Let me see.
For reference, listeners, I also it's not face blindness at all. It's just celebrities all look the same to me. I have a really hard time telling them apart. Especially the white males of the acting world. You know what's so funny is Before
What?
it fully loaded, I thought it was Travis Kelce. But now it's fully loaded. Can you tell me what he does, like, for a living? Is he like a musician?
Yeah, he sings, yeah.
He sings?
Yeah.
Is he like, I guess he's famous because he's at the Met Gala. I have no idea who that is. Is it like Jason Derulo?
It's Bad Bunny.
I don't know who that is. I know who Bad
What?
Baby is.
He's like king of Latin trap music, I believe.
Is
I
he
think
like
him and Kendall are like dating, I think.
Oh, cute. Is he like never mind. So he's not like Jason Derulo.
No, I think he's more talented.
Well, I did my best.
You did do your best. Actually, turns out they have broken up. But
Sad.
they've been seen together recently, so who knows?
Oh.
Who knows?
Okay, well, I learned a tremendous amount today.
About the
both
Met Gala?
both about the Met Gala and fashion and New York City.
For the record,
And
this
its
is just
museums.
like a very loose. I was kind of more willy-nilly than I usually am with my lore, but it's very interesting lore if you're a lore person. Like, you know the famous dress of AOC in the Tax the Rich dress?
No.
What?
No. Did she go to the Met Gala?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where that was showcased, the Tax the Rich dress.
Never seen that. That's
What?
This is purely a statement on the dress. Don't get it twisted. That is ugly as hell.
It is an ugly dress.
It's so ugly. It looks like my first attempt at making a wedding dress, and then you painted on it.
But that was the lexicon of fashion year. It had some offensive things like this, which is dope, from Cara Delevingne.
Wow. That's like so aggressive.
Yeah.
All right. Well, audio listeners, it says peg the patriarchy.
It's cool.
Super aggro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I liked talking about it. I don't know if I'm into it.
That's fair. I will say the best theme in my memory is probably 2018, and it was like Heavenly Bodies, and it was like a very there were so many gorgeous dresses. It was like lot of like churchy themed, kind of like Catholicism themed, and it was like some of the stuff was gorgeous. I think Blake Lively had an insane dress that year. It's really cool when you look at it as like when they do it as full, like Tyla's situation, where it's like that was made as a piece of art.
How come Taylor Swift doesn't go to the Met Gala?
She has gone to the Met Gala. She just decided not to go this year. I don't remember. She literally said, I guess sources said, that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce decided not to go to the Met Gala this year because it would be all about them. They didn't want to make it all about them.
That's hilarious.
Which is funny. Yeah. A little self-aware, but.
Okay. Well, if you guys didn't know anything about the Met Gala like me, I hope you learned a lot. I am so excited to go over to the Patreon. We are going to do live reacts. I have not listened to any of the Drake and Kendrick stuff. I know nothing. And Cutie
I know everything.
knows everything. She's been live tweeting all of it. I'm actually excited to hear about all of it because it's been all anyone's talking about, and I've avoided it until this podcast so that you can get my real-time reactions. I'm really excited.
Yay. Yeah, and we'll if you don't know, come to the Patreon. We're going to do a deep dive. We're going to go as deep as we can for an hour. I think this would realistically take me like 5 hours, so if I miss some parts, just know she's doing her best. But we'll see you over on the Patreon, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. See you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.